So this is Cal. Cal is gonna get a very easy lamb cut where we go short on the body and slightly longer on the legs. So he's gonna get 3/8 of an inch from the occiput down to the throat, around the shoulders, maybe halfway into it. Go up here, right to the tuck up, straight line across here, showing the muscle right here, and then tight here, so that this looks fuller, this looks fuller, this looks neater. So again, we're gonna start here. I usually start right from the occiput, maybe just a little bit lower from there. Go down here, all the way down. Long strokes down the spine. And that kind of sets us up for, a simple, normal pet trim. All right, he's got good texture. So it'll be easy haircut. So I go down here, right behind the shoulders, all the way down. Get rid of all the hair. We're gonna do a couple passes because he's got some undercoat in there. I can feel it. Again, this is just right here to the tuck up. Slightly over it right here, so it shows the shape of the leg and the muscle. All the way down the spine. And I go a little bit tighter right here. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm scooping away towards the end of it where I don't want to cut into. And it makes it easier to blend later on. So I don't know if you want to see from here or here, but catch this right here. I go in and out, just scoop out. And that makes it so that it's, again, easier to blend. Or I could even just let go and pull towards me, towards the bottom. Yeah, it's really just a personal preference. All the way here, here. Get rid of all this because it's going to get in the way. And then these owners want a tighter snout. You okay, bud? So all this needs to go tight anyways, otherwise it's going to look like he has a double chin. You can even go slightly tighter here than what the 3/8. Maybe run a 5 blade or a 1 reverse. So that there's less bulk there. It gives them just a tighter look. I'm not going into the armpit, it's just strictly the chest. There we go. You can go straight down here. This would all be gone right here. Drying. See this right here? Looks like a miss right here. But I do really like a tighter bend right here. Makes it neater, makes it easier to clean if you need to. There's less mess getting stuck in there. It's a lot more pleasant experience for the owner. Again, since this is a pet, you want to make it so that they can maintain it, because 4, 6, 8 weeks, whatever, how long it takes, they're going to get dirty. So the less hair there is in that area, unless the owners request it, the better. I'm doing the sanding with 10. I'm just going to get this right here done, this section. Only because evidently this is what mats the most on him. And then also give him just a tighter look. Nicer, tighter look. There we go. And I'm going to scissor this part right here later on. So again, we're going over the same spot. You're recording, right? We're going over the same spots. And even though we passed the 2 because we brushed up, all the hairs that were laying flat are now standing up. And even with the same attachment, the same blade and everything, we're going to get rid of even more hair for even nicer, tighter look. Again, same areas, nothing crazy. You can already see it starting to shape. So when I run the 5/8 here, it'll blend into it itself and save me a step. Now over here, I'm gonna brush it up, see where we're at. I'm gonna feel around, see how much skin we have here. And I'm gonna go from the shoulder blade at the start of it, straight down and get rid of most of that hair. And that leaves me enough hair to blend if I need to. It's also safe. We're gonna go straight down here, half the shoulder blade. Gives it a nice look. And you want a downward effect. Stretch the skin out. Sorry, bud. See a lot of little hairs sticking out here. I'm gonna get rid of those before I move on to the other side. So I work in sections. I usually pick one side. It doesn't matter for me, either side, left or right. Then the back, the front, and then the opposite side. In this case, it's starting on the right side, the back, the front, the opposite side. So we're gonna brush them up. You can see a lot of little hair sticking down. Starting to stick back up. It's not flat. It's also not super curly. It's a nice coarse coat. It just kind of stands up on its own anyway, so it's minimal brushing needed. It just has a lot of undercoat. You could tell by the different types of hair I'm pulling out from him. This section, I'm gonna come back later with the 5. Right here in particular, a little diamond. That way it keeps it nice and tight. What happens when they're not is that it looks like they have a double chin. And instead of a nice tight look, he looks a little sloppy. You always go 1 or 2 sizes shorter there, but because he's already getting a 2, I really don't want to run a 7 there and make him bald. And even, I don't know if you can tell, but from here, my hand on the back of his leg, I'm still stretching it. You always want the skin to be super tight. Minimizes the risk of injury. And it doesn't really matter where you grab him, this is where I'm used to it, because I can have control over him all over the table. But you could have it here, right on the inner thigh, and pull into, and run it this way. You know, so it's flat here. There's no really any hanging skin. Or, like I said, I'm used to this right here in the back. You can even work from the front. You can pull this way and then do that way. It's just whichever way you're more comfortable with. I like working from the back over here. And you can stretch the skin out all the way around. Look at that. All the way around. And because I ran the 2 here and blended most of it in, minimizing my scissor work later on. And from here, when I pick up, I'm also pulling up, stretching the skin here. I'm not picking up too far up, I'm not picking up too far wide. This is where he's anatomically correctly pulled up. We're gonna go this way. Hold him here so he doesn't fall over. And he's supporting on all his weight on my left arm. A couple passes just to make sure everything's right. Okay, now in the same case with the other leg, I want this to be tight so I can work on this part. So what I'm gonna do, instead of pulling back over here like this, I'm gonna pull this way and work this way. You go this way and pull, and then go down. And then I can also work from the inside over here. Like that. Just kind of know where you're at throughout the whole time. Now this guy has some giant rear dew claws. So you want to really work around those and tighten them up so they don't stick out so much. Again, this is a pet trim, so there is a lot more leeway than, show cut. And I'm sure the owners won't notice it either. But if you were to tighten this up, right, where the hairs stick out, because that's a dew claw in the middle of that. And they notice something's different with the dog. You can't point it out, but it looks a lot neater. If you just little details go a long way. And different dogs are going to react to different positions, so try different areas on your dog, see what they really react to, see what they prefer. This is a really surefire one because you kind of lock him in place. We also pull the skin up. Shit for these dogs that don't really like to move, don't really like to cooperate for the front legs. He's very sensitive. You can tell his head's going back and forth too. He really does not like this. He's not gonna bite or anything. He just doesn't really enjoy the process. But that's okay. I'm trying to make it as quick and easy as possible for him to not have to deal with it as long. But if I start doing this, you see that? So he definitely doesn't like the vibrations. And I don't think my clipper's hot yet. No, it's not really that hot. It is warming up though. I'll switch out in a second. Let me actually do that now. The only problem with standing him up like that is you're not gonna be able to get as much of it if he was standing. I mean, if he had this leg up. So I guess we can just get as much as possible off and then work on the others. Work while his leg is up. So we're gonna do the paw pads real quick. Just go in, slightly skim him over. Don't dig in unless he's matted. And I think in this case he actually is matted. So stretch the skin out as much as possible. Go in and slightly scoop up. Yeah, there we go. And he does not like it, so he's going back and forth. And try to keep him as neutral as possible from keep him from moving. There we go. You see a big difference. I'm gonna go in here and shape out. You can also go this way right here. Grab in, skim out that way. Again, the skin is here. My blade is this way. So I can't cut it. If I already go this way, obviously there's a way of catching the skin and cutting it. We don't want that. We're skimming out. And you get most of it out. And just go around. This also could be done with your clippers. And then you start seeing the hair stick out from where the dew claw is at. Maybe you can see it over here. See that? And that's what I mean by going tight. Make sure you comb it out. All these little hairs come out. Comb up. Scissor down. So for this guy, right, his hair was right here. I'm not gonna cut like this. I'm gonna cut out that way. So that way I know I'm not gonna dig into his skin right here. And when I was cutting the inside part of his elbow, there was about this much hair. I'm not gonna cut this way because, you know, he might move this way. I might, get knocked into him too if someone passes by. So I'll guarantee not to cut him if I point away from him. Now right here, I'm just gonna shape him up a little bit. Any hairs that I see stick out, like there's a little dent right here, I'm gonna soften it up. By dent, I mean there's longer hairs and there's shorter hairs right next to each other. Now I wanna even them out. His rightmost digit. So I'm just go ahead and cut without him feeling it, so that way it doesn't react. Now I'm gonna go this way, see little hairs that stick out. And this way. All right. See little hair sticking out here. And it's very difficult to get it on these guys that kick a lot, but I'll manage to do it. Comb around, and then go tighter. Same part right here, same leg, just the inside part. I guess he really reacts well if you hold the other side, which a lot of dogs do, but I was thinking he was probably gonna kick himself off the table, which I've seen that before. Again, same thing. Recognize where the digits are and scissor close to it. We're gonna see whatever we didn't miss, whatever we didn't get, we missed in a second. The way we do that is we pick up the leg, comb down, and then the hairs will stick out in just a second. There you go. That's all the hairs we missed. Again, he is very finicky. Tell he's not really used to it. Don't touch this piece. We're gonna redo that part. But from the knee joint down, scissor just slightly. Because this piece we ran with the 0 and this with the 2, only thing we really have to blend is this piece right here, which is very minimal. I stopped scissoring there because I thought it was going to move back. Which is another thing. Your left hand will dictate, will tell you if the dog is going to move either forward, back, sideways, or jump, or anything. Honestly, any movement he'll do, you'll detect it with your left hand. So if you need to stop scissoring, your left hand will let you know. Yeah, very little pressure. Let's just say you do catch any part of his skin. With very little pressure, you know to stop right away. So don't scissor fast and hard. That's not where we're at. This is the more delicate areas. Take your time. I'm not done. He picked up. Wow. Did you not see it? That he did it faster though. If you don't feel comfortable doing these kind of dogs, just let the owners know so they can work on it and build a plan with them in order for them to make it easier for their dog to get a proper haircut. Again, this is not a one-time thing with these dogs. This is their whole lives, so you got to make sure they get the proper training, not just in here because they only see us once every interval, but they're always with their parents. So if their owners can work on that at home, whether it was positive reinforcements or getting just used to sensations like this, you could put a toothbrush, the butt end of a vibrating toothbrush on his foot, or you keep holding his foot. In this case, he's very sensitive, so I think even just grabbing his foot and not letting go will eventually get him used to it. So they want an E on the tail, or an inch. So that's what I'm going to run right here. It's very simple. Go all the way around. Careful with the tip of the tail, right? So I'm grabbing right at it. I'm going to start right before it. All of it out. All of it out. Because it's thinner here, there's a possibility that it could get caught in between the teeth and potentially cut him. Get all of this out. I'm going to bring up the tail. I'm going to scissor it. Tight. So see all those hairs right there? I'm going to comb it again one more time. Get rid of it. And it doesn't make sense that the tip of the tail would be the same size as the base of the tail, so you're going to go tighter gradually. Comb it all up and blend. And because we ran an E, the natural shape of the tail should give it the right shape for the hair as well. Longer. I think that once you blend it all together anyways, yes. So we're good. It is nice though to take notes of that in case it doesn't blend well. That way you can tell the owner, well, it was like that when we came in, Save yourself a headache. So the way the hair grows, all the way out, over the top, bottom. This I'm gonna get with the thinners. Actually, I might go reverse here and not think about it. I did say I wanted to go reverse here anyways, so this is the diamond I was talking about earlier. We're gonna go tighter there. All the way up here. I have my left hand super tight right here so that he doesn't open it. And he will open it. I can feel it. But as soon as I know I can't hold him anymore, I just stop scissoring. He does not like this at all. And put the tongue back in, bud. Thank you. It's okay, bud. It's okay. You're gonna be all right. So I'm blending whatever hairs are longer than the others. Again, that is tighter on the snout at the very base of it. So I'm gonna go shorter there. Now here at the end of the zygomatic arch, right where the ear starts, obviously a lot longer. Now I could run the clippers there, or I could just scissor tighter anyways. I like this being super tight. Get these little hairs right here. If I comb it down, does anything stick out? If yes, then I scissor it out. See these hairs right here? Comb it out very lightly. You don't want to grab his lips. So right now I'm trying to blend all the owner's haircut. That's where the hole was earlier. I'm gonna comb everything up, fan it, relax, man. All the way to the ear. And you'll see what exactly where I need to cut. Oh man, that's a lot. Push the visor back just a little bit on this guy. Not on all dogs, just this guy in particular. Because the owners rarely want a tight haircut. So it's easier to maintain, but you also want to see the eyes. The best way to do that is to open up the eyes more from the front. Sorry, the front, the top, and the side. And you're gonna fan it, but I could already tell what it, relax, bud. I could already tell I need to cut and blend. It's just little hairs like this. This side sticks out a lot more, you can tell. And the same thing over here to here. This part sticks out a lot more. So let's work on the easy side first. Get this to be shorter. Stop. The only thing we can is just go tighter on this side. And granted, I don't think the owners will even notice that they did that. Cool. Stop. It's crying. Ears. After we did the attachments, right? We did an inch on him. We're gonna go around and scissor. Make sure you scissor it flat against where the ear would be. Not exactly on the ear, but where it would be. I have my left hand here to kind of guide where the skin is at, but there's about 1.5 inches away of space between the edge of the ear to the edge of the hair. We want to make a nice rounded look as much as possible. So flat against it, otherwise you're going to leave holes on either side. And you're not taking off much, it's just enough to shape it. This piece right here, it's a little tighter. That's pretty much it.